Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn of Jessica Lynn Original Studios. Our website is JessicaLynnOriginal.com. So today's video, we're going to take a little adventure to the Wisconsin Dells. Now, this was filmed back in November, and we are going to be staying at the Glacier Canyon Lodge. Now, this area is actually part of a timeshare. It's the Club Wyndham Glacier Canyons. And basically what it is it's a private club within the wilderness. You can book them if you know people or if you have a Wyndham account. We were lucky enough to know somebody who offered us a location to be able to stay at. So it was really fun. And what's kind of nice about it is that it's all condos. So unlike a regular room, there's a lot more to offer. Now what we're looking at right now, this is like kind of by the check-in area. And it looks like over the summer there's a lot more to do. We always seem to end up at the Dells in the winter, but there's a lot to do during the summer. And I will tell you, during the summer months, it pretty much feels like a trip to Disney or a very crowded theme park, because there are so many pools, outdoors, indoors, all over the place. It had this beautiful feature right here, this beautiful statue. You can see there's like a dinosaur mini golf outside, lots of seating, pool, and then there's also an arcade. And again, this is part of the lobby. Now, depending on what size room you end up staying in or that you book, you may not be very close to this. I'm going to tell you where we were was kind of, it's shaped like a horseshoe. So we were way far in the bottom of the U. And this bottom of the U that you see, this like this eternal hallway, actually leads to a bridge that goes over the Horse Canyon that we did in November as well. So if you want to watch that video, but it takes you right to the water parks. Let's go ahead and take a look at our room. We're in 7024, which is technically on the first level-ish. It's the only way I can describe it. We really love this. We walked in and we were kind of like, all right, what are we getting? Turned on the lights. We couldn't find the light switch to begin with. So of course the kids are like, oh, we're staying in a dark room. Oh my gosh. So when we actually traveled, we were able to do some homeschooling from that table, which was awesome. We had a couple of days where the kids were off and they had some homework for them to do, and because it was during teacher conference, so we were able to kind of work from that table with the kids. Seriously, I wanted it in my kitchen. There is a full kitchen, full fridge, full stove, the whole bit, fireplace, seating. I'm gonna be honest, this was so amazing. This place actually had 2 full bedrooms, so there was our bedroom and then we had a jacuzzi tub, which the kids loved. I mean, they thought it was like a theme park right there. And I said, no, 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 trust me, we're going to go and see like real water parks. There was a bathroom then for us as well, full shower, whole bit. Absolutely loved it. And so then we said, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the other side of this place. Oh, there I am. Hi. Obviously it was evening, so I had my glasses on and after driving and stuff. Huge mirrors, lots of storage, which was awesome, because we could put our suitcases inside of the storage. We were there for 3 nights, 4 days, and the beds were nice and comfy. Really interesting art. We had good views in our room. You can see there's some more storage, which was awesome because I like going on vacation and being able to put my suitcase away and not look at it. This was our view. We were on the ground level, so you could see all the way forward. That's the other half of the horseshoe, and there's a mini golf there, and there's a full water park in the middle. And that is just on this side, right? You go over that bridge I talked about, and then you're going to be at the water park. You're going to be at all the other stuff that the wilderness has to offer. So here's the living room from the other angle. Super comfy. I didn't think they would be, but it was. That couch also pulls out. So there's the kitchen, TV, and there was a DVD player, which we kind of laughed about, but to be very honest, they had tons of DVDs up in the front, which I thought was really cool. Now, we did find out that you can book this as well if you don't have a friend. There are people that rent out their space, and you can go on the Club Wyndham website, and then they offer it for, a week, a couple days, sometimes a day here or there, depending on when they're filling occupancy. So it may be something you might want to consider if you are planning a trip to the Dells, because I'll be honest, for this stay, price-wise, it actually cost almost the same as it would have been for a regular room at the Wilderness, and we wouldn't have gotten a full kitchen, 2 bedrooms, you know what I mean? So way worth looking into it. Like I said, beautiful desk, lots of space. Let's go down this other hallway here. So you can see over that way, there is another closet. Over here to the left, I think we're going to look right now real quick. Yep, washer and dryer. There's the front door. Washer and dryer, which let me tell you, and now that we've had them at the water parks, I can't even stay at hotels that don't have them anymore. Because I literally come back, we throw our swimsuits in the wash, dryer, boom, off we go, fresh, clean, and dry. The days of, you know, hanging my swimsuit, hoping it'll dry, and then using it again in a couple hours. Yeah, no, it's just not fun. So we love this. We thought it was a great deal, good price, and this was the second bedroom. The kids loved it. They each had their own big bed. We called it, you know, you guys want the bear room, and so they were super happy with that. So literally less than a 6-minute walk over a bridge from where we were is one of 4 water parks that the Wilderness offers. Now again, I don't work there, but I'm going to tell you it is our favorite, and I probably shouldn't, right? Because then it'll get more crowded. So go check out all the other hotels. No, I'm just teasing with you. So this water park, I love it. It's one of, like I said, 4. There's this one, there's the main one, which we'll see at the end. There's another one that kind of has a Wild West feeling, which is not our favorite. And then there's another one called Cubby's, which is over at another property they have. But it's really meant for like smaller kids, like under 10. And it was funny because this was the start of my kids finally being big enough to want to go on some of the water rides, like big ones, big slides. Now the Wilderness also has a place called Polka Dot Pots, which they do all types of pottery. And one of the things I love is that you can do the pottery and pick it up next day. I'm a fan of that because sometimes maybe you're only going for a day or 2, and I've done pottery at other locations where they ship it home, but then it ends up costing me like another 20 to 30 bucks to ship it home. And I'm like, well, what if I just make one of these little things, right? I mean, then that's a lot of money for it. One of the plans we always do whenever we go is we try and come up with, if we were going to do pottery, what would we do? So I'm sure you've seen in some of my videos in the background, I actually have a Rapunzel, and it's actually a holder for scissors and pens and stuff. And I painted it to look like what Rapunzel did above the fireplace in her tower. We've also done like Lord of the Rings mugs, which were amazing. We always try and let the kids do something creative. And you can see my little one is painting a puppy. And of course, you know, in true little kid style, you know, he's very colorful. My other one here is going to do a dog that we had, Strider. You've seen him on my channel as well. We lost our puppy a little over a year ago now. And she said, I want to make it look like him. And she did such a great job. And it was so sweet to see. And then my husband made a new holder. When we first got married, he made one of these to hold stuff like on our stove, like spoons and stuff, and then it broke. And so he's going to recreate that today. And then I'm actually going to do a Christmas tree. So we'll go ahead and paint for a minute, and then we'll continue our tour. Now, one of the things that I love is that the Wilderness completely redid their whole front section. So if you haven't been to the Wilderness in the last 2 years, so different. Like, it's beautiful. It used to be very, very dark, and it had that log cabin feel, but just not enough light. It was very dark, not very open. Everything felt very tight and enclosed. And so this is just up in the front. This is their gift shop. And of course, they always have swimsuits available if you forget. But I'll be really honest. There's a Walmart down the road. You can go get them probably for half the price because they have them year round. Or the other option is if you know you're on your way, order it from Amazon, have it shipped to your hotel so it's there when you get there. Now, in part of the new remodel, they built a whole candy cabin, which is all this candy, which reminds me so much of Disney World. There's all kinds over there. There's racing cars, but we'll look at that in a minute. There's a brand new buffet. There is a brand new burger bar. There is brand new seating. Oh, hello, Santa. Santa's not there year round. It was just we were there in the wintertime. Up in the very front, there's a full elevator with a big check-in, depending on whether you're staying at the Wyndham or the Wilderness. There's additional seating, brand new bathrooms. It's gorgeous. If you've been there before and you're like, oh, I remember it like this, it's so different. It's so beautiful. It's funny because some of the rooms haven't been redone yet, and so they feel very much like what it always used to feel like. But the new area is just beautiful, just spectacular. When we were there was a football game going on, and so it was cool because they had it literally on every screen. They had it really loud so that people could cheer and all of that, which was so much fun. As you can see up here as we're walking toward the front, there's that elevator I was talking about with the new check-in area. Look at that wolf, he's smiling. It has a huge thing that says Wilderness, which is so cool. Great photo op, like when you get there for your family. Just absolutely gorgeous. Over here is that brand new buffet that we were talking about. If you remember the old one, depending on where you sat, the sun would come in and just burst right in your face and you couldn't even see anything. But I remember the buffet, the old one, used to do like this bacon that literally it would be just this mound of bacon. And my husband would joke, he's like, how much bacon do you want? I'm like, just don't. We're going to the Waterparks later. But you can see they're making candy, making all kinds of great things. There's some little minions. So much fun for the kids to watch them create all of this. Like I said, it definitely had that Disney feel where the kids could sit and watch as these things were being made. So that was really fun. The buffet obviously has not been open while we were there. I don't know when they're going to reopen it. Obviously, with everything going on, I think it's kind of on hold, but they still do where you can order plates of meals and they'll, dish those out and everything. So let's take a walk. I want to show you some of the arcade. Now, this is only in the main building. Remember, I told you that there are 4 water parks, tons of arcades. There's a rope climbing thing for the kids. There's mini golf. There's the painting pottery. I mean, you literally could do 3 or 4 days here and probably just stay here. Not even do other Dells type things, which is one of the reasons we picked this. I mean, we've looked at some of the other hotels and they have a lot of that too. But for us, this one has always been our favorite. Tons of candy apples. The kids just were like, can we make this all when we get home? And it was so good. I mean, we just had such a good time. All right, so let's keep on moving. So if we keep going forward, you can see they also do a Polar Express flight. Now, currently, they've got a Flying Wild, and now they just added a Hawaii, flying over Hawaii. So if you've been to Disney and you've been on Soarin', it's literally Soarin' over Hawaii. So this is an indoor racetrack. If you can get a deal where it includes unlimited race car drives and mini golf and the ropes course and I think something else, but I don't remember what, take that deal. It's way worth it. The kids loved those little indoor cars. My littlest can't drive, but she could go with my husband and she loved it. She was very Ricky Bobby, you know what I mean? Like, she wanted to be number one, and if you're number one, you're last, and she wants to go fast, Mom, and it was a lot of fun. So look into that if you can get that. Way worth the money. If you're gonna pay for it separate, as long as you plan on using it, it's worth it. So that would be my thing, is definitely watch, because they do offer sometimes where that pass is included. Now, there is a bar over here called the Survivors, which they're open in the evenings. And then over here, take a little walk. This is our favorite place to hang out. It's an indoor wave pool. It's so nice. The water's warm. The sun will actually come through, so you do have to wear sunscreen during the day. There's a bunch of big water slides off on the back side. You can see there's a kiddie area. Amazing. So again, this is all included just in the room that we paid for. And, you know, my kids were all excited about the jacuzzi tub, so you can only imagine, you know, having 4 water parks, etc. So, but we had such a great time. You know, if you're thinking about a small little family trip, I would highly encourage that you go and look at what the wilderness has to offer. See if it's something that interests you. I would probably also take a look at the Kalahari. I would probably also take a look at the Wolf Lodge. Those are our 3 favorites. This trip, like I said, it was the first time to try the Wyndham part of it, which was amazing. So, well, I hope you get out and enjoy soon. Again, my website is JessicaLynnOriginal.com. I own a rubber stamp company. We do take adventures and have fun times with my family, which I love to share with you as well. So I just want to say thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and be sure to like this video. Take care.